OU Football Preview Show, brought to you by Eskridge Lexus, Oz Safe Rooms, Pioneer Hearing, Knippelmeyer Chevrolet, Sam's Optical, Dents on Demand, Sooner Legends Inn and Suites, and R-Star Collision Repair. Now here's your hosts, Rick Heath and Al Eschbach.
Hello, sports fans. Welcome to the OU Football Preview Show. I'm Rick Heath, with me Al Eschbach, and we are at Sooner Legends Inn and Suites. We're in the bar area. Al, a great place to come. Wonderful things to do here at Sooner Legends Inn and Suites.
Oh, they got everything here. The great hotel, the restaurant, tremendous food.
Great food. They got bar specials. You can see a lot of people having fun out here. But you know who didn't have fun this weekend, Al? The OU football team and the OU fans. Tough loss.
A really tough loss. You go in, you're a big favorite, and you just, you only score 17 points against a team ranked 120th in defense in the country.
You know, that's the part that's so hard to fathom, is that they thought, you know, watching against West Virginia, you know, making those drives, getting that going, you know, Baker Mayfield playing well, the receivers playing well, running backs doing fairly good. It's just, you know, unfathomable that they could not generate any offense against Texas.
3 points at halftime.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah. I mean, you know, and you know, that's the one thing that it doesn't get any easier going to Kansas State this week.
No, it doesn't. Kansas State gave TCU all it wanted up there. You know, Kansas State, you know, losing the last few seconds to Oklahoma State and then the TCU. So, and you know what? We probably last week, after Saturday night when I watched Cal, that should have gone into Utah and beat one of the top teams in the country, and then Oklahoma State beat them eventually. That Texas could have won both those games. So you probably should have a mindset that said you got to play good to beat Texas.
Well, you know, and I mentioned last week, you know, if I was the OU football team, I would say they were 4-1, you know, instead of 3-1. I mean, 1-3. Excuse me. You know, they should be. You know, they've got the talent to do what they did against OU. Now the defense still is going to have problems this year. But the offense, the way they did it, and with Gerard Hurd, did a good job. Now, the Kansas State quarterbacks run well, too.
You're right. I mean, probably OU and OSU were probably the two best defensive teams in the league. It looks like right now. I don't know. TCU one game goes this way, one the other way. The offense got to get fixed. I mean, you got to score in the 30s. I mean, you figure you in there, 17 points, you got 7 a turnover, a loss. That's good enough to win a game. You better be able to score points. What they did in the first game against Akron, the first 3 quarters against Tennessee, against Texas.
The starts have been horrible. This
is not as good as offensive was a year ago.
It's not. And we could criticize that offense, you know, highly, and they deserve it. Hey, we are at Sooner Legends Inn and Suites with the OU Football Preview Show. But if you're looking for OU football tickets, go to oklahomatickets.com or Tickets Unlimited and give them a call, 364-7500 for the best OU football tickets, Thunder tickets, or concert tickets. Go to oklahomatickets.com. We'll be right back after this.
I decided I was tired of having my family translate for me.
I decided that I wanted to be a real part of the conversation and not just listen to the sounds that other people made.
I decided that my job was too important for me to not be able to hear clearly.
While everyone has their own reasons for wanting to hear better, we all share many steps along the hearing journey in common. Like you, I had a lot of questions going into the hearing evaluation process. What kind of hearing loss do I have? Is it treatable? Am I going to need hearing aids? But my hearing aid provider put my mind at ease the moment I came in for my assessment. After filling out a questionnaire to establish your general health and hearing history, you'll undergo a thorough hearing examination. Your results are illustrated in an audiogram that your hearing care provider will walk you through. I know I was amazed at how clearly I could see the frequencies and types of noise that caused me the most problems. Once the evaluation and assessment are complete, you'll go through all your options. And if it's determined that hearing aids can help, you'll get a personalized demonstration of the hearing technology that's right for you. I not only left the evaluation completely confident that I'd finally found a solution for my hearing loss, but after hearing how powerful and seeing how small and discreet today's hearing aids were, I left with a completely new perception of hearing aids as well. It was an amazing start to my hearing journey. I know it will be a great beginning to yours, too.
I'm Rick Heath for Dents on Demand. Do you have hail damage to your vehicle? Then you need to call Dents on Demand. They're 100% guaranteed satisfaction on hail repair. It's no hassle. They'll help you get a rental car. There's no deductible. They'll refund that to you. All that and more is available if you call Dents on Demand for your hail repair. Dents on Demand, guaranteed satisfaction with hail repair. Give them a call at 886-1764.
Knippelmeyer Chevrolet.
Knippelmeyer Chevrolet.
Knippelmeyer Chevrolet.
Come on down and join our family, and we'll shake on it.
Knippelmeyer Chevrolet.
Oh, get a good lot, please. Spin back, baby.
To improve your game, you can bag your golf ball or get a plan of attack from Golf Tech with regular lessons from your personal coach, TechFit club fitting, mobile lessons, and more. Get started with a swing evaluation, now on sale for only $95.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Jeremiah with Jeremiah's Car Star, and when you come to do business at Car Star, you're going to get me, and I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to oversee your car personally myself. I've been repairing cars for over 14 years now, and there's not a situation I haven't come across yet that I haven't been able to take care of a customer's vehicle. If your car's had hail damage or been in an accident, bring your car to Jeremiah's Car Star and relax. We'll take it from here.
Car Star, relax. We'll take it from here.
And welcome back to the OU Football Preview Show. Rick Heath, Al Lesh back from Sooner Legends Inn and Suites. We're in the bar area right now where a lot of people enjoying themselves. Drink specials, food specials next door at the restaurant, and great rooms here at Sooner Legends Inn and Suites. Al, if you were going to give Lincoln Riley a grade right now, what would you give it?
Wow, that's a great question. Yeah, I don't know how much his fault, how much the player's fault, so I'd probably give him a C+ right now.
I'd give him a C-, but
okay.
I was thinking about that. You know, right now, he's just, you know,
they got to get things early in the game. They got to, whatever they're doing game-wise, prep-wise, they got to get something going.
They got to have, you know how some coaches will come in and they'll have the first 10 plays scripted. Now, that's not Lincoln Riley's style, but something like that. You got to have a plan going into it so that.
But if he has a plan now and it's not working, you better change it.
Well, he has to now. He has to now because it is proven to be unworkable to this point.
I thought when they brought him in, I thought the air raid. I thought, okay, Texas, so you're going to score 40 points every game. If you got a decent, just an average defense, you're going to be in every game. But it's not an air raid. It's not. I don't know. There isn't an identity right now.
Now, I don't recognize it as air raid, because air raid, as we knew it, had short crossing passes.
Right, quick stuff
around. They had halfbacks, they had bubble screens.
Right.
None of which we've seen.
They got to get the ball, Joe Mixon. You can't go the first quarter without letting him touching the ball.
Well, I mean, and Perine. I mean,
Mixon more in space, so I can see them not being able to run the ball with Perine, but at least you can throw the ball and Mixon and things.
Well, but you've got to at least, you know what a proven commodity Perine is. You've got to be able to incorporate him in some fashion that
I
takes
agree.
advantage of.
But again, I don't know in this offensive Perine, at least Mixon can make people miss it. I don't know if Perine with this offensive line is going to be that effective.
Here's the bottom line. I don't know if Perine and this offense are effective.
I agree. Yes, I
Period.
agree.
That's a shame because that young man had a tremendous year.
And Mixon's averaging more yards per carry. Just as tailback, as a running back, Mixon's averaging more carries.
I got no problem with Mixon getting his touches. Okay.
They got to figure out. I agree with Pete Ryan. I don't know if you can't run the ball. You know what? Then don't try. Get an identity. Have an identity, something like at least do what Tech does.
Yeah, something. But right now, I would say the three best offensive threats are Shepard, Mixon, and Perine. Yeah. None of them have a major identity and haven't been featured in any of the game plans.
No. It just. Well, and again, I don't know. again, like all the blitzes that Texas got, Baker Mayfield got to recognize those things.
But you've also got to have he's got to recognize them, and then you have to have the wide receivers or the halfbacks involved in that also.
Right, and that's what when the corner comes, Mayfield got to throw it to him. Mayfield got an audible out of the play.
And that's the one thing.
And he didn't do it.
He was criticized, Lincoln Riley, after the Texas game. And speaking of blitzing, Kansas State blitzes more than Texas
Right,
does.
so it's going to be important for Mayfield.
Yeah.
Right.
But Lincoln Riley said after the Texas game that he wanted Mayfield to get rid of the ball quicker.
Absolutely, and that's what Tech does with the thing. Yeah, I mean, there are times that Mayfield, and he's going to agree with you, but holding it too long. There were a few times in the game I saw receivers wide open. He didn't go to them, so.
And that's what I asked Bob in the press conference. It's a fine line between getting rid of the ball quick or holding it too long. Because when they're blitzing, you want to get rid of it quick.
You have to get rid of it quick.
Okay, but the hot receiver has to be ready right there. And there weren't any quick throws.
Right. Well, that's Mayfield's fault. Mayfield got an audible out of the thing.
Okay, so then holding on to it too long, maybe that was a little bit, Bob said, of him being able to create something with his feet. Giving him a little bit too much confidence, he can escape by holding on to it.
Now you're playing better athletes. You know what? He can't escape them.
That's why they have to modify it before they go to Kansas State this week.
Well, I'm sure they are. Again, Baker got to do what I mean, and he's had a great year, but you hear some things that he's just holding the ball too long.
Okay, so game plan it, right?
Well, I'm sure they tell him to get rid of it, and he's not.
Well, but at the same time, they've got to have a game plan. Said, okay, if this happens, this is.
I'm sure they told him that. I'm sure they told him that.
Well,
These guys are pretty smart.
Yeah, but I can't see Baker Mayfield not doing it.
Or is he good enough to do it? We don't know.
Well, he has been up to this point.
Up
to this point, he has.
Well, we don't know against blitzes. He hasn't. Saturday, he didn't. Saturday was his worst game of the season.
Constantly against West Virginia. They blitzed him hard, and he was able to pay
You're
it
right.
off.
He
made them
pay off.
So now, how do you do that in a more consistent basis? Is the game plan?
I don't know. I mean, they tell him the same thing. West Virginia, and you check out of the blitz. When they're blitzing, you call an audible, and you go quick. It's all on the quarterback on that.
Okay, 35 points over under offense OU.
I don't have any confidence of
I see. That's the thing about it. And
they scored 44 against Tennessee. That was turnovers.
Yeah.
So other than Tulsa, who's a terrible defensive team, they haven't.
They haven't yet, and so I don't see them going to Kansas State and doing it either, unless something changes.
And I don't know how good Kansas State is offensively. They're okay.
Yeah, and we'll find out more. They scored 45 on TCU, but TCU, we don't know how good TCU's defense is either.
No.
Because they've got a good mindset in Gary Patterson, but do they have the athletes with all the losses they had from last year's defense?
Yeah,
that's the question.
Yeah, I don't know.
We are at Sooner Legends Inn and Suites with the OU Football Preview Show. We'll be right back after this.
At Coda CrossFit, we are committed to getting you in the best shape of your life. Our highly educated and personable coaching staff leads hour-long classes for members of all ages and ability levels. Whether your goal is to lose weight, build muscle, athletic performance, or simply improve health, we have the programs and knowledge to help you achieve your goals. With locations in Norman and Oklahoma City, we're right in your backyard. All you have to do is walk in the door and we'll take care of the rest. Visit our website or contact us to try out a free class.
I'm Jeremiah with Jeremiah's Car Star, and when you come to do business at Car Star, you're going to get me, and I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to oversee your car personally myself. I've been repairing cars for over 14 years now, and there's not a situation I haven't come across yet that I haven't been able to take care of a customer's vehicle. If your car's had hail damage or been in an accident, bring your car to Jeremiah's Car Star and relax. We'll take it from here.
Car Star, relax. We'll take it from here.
And welcome back to OU Football Preview Show. Rick Heath, Al Eschbach from Sooner Legends Inn and Suites. Now, this is a segment where we talk about defense, and this segment is sponsored by Oz Safe Rooms. Oz Safe Room wants to know, will you be ready next tornado season? Well, there's one way that you can protect your family, and that's called Oz Safe Rooms today. Up to $3,000 off of Safe Rooms when OU wins. So if OU wins, give them a call, and they can get you up to $3,000 off of a Safe Room. And they are the sponsor of the Defensive Player of the Game. And Al, I got to be honest, I had a hard time trying to find a defensive player for OU that played well. So you know what I came up with? Austin Siebert. More of a special teams guy, but he continually had great punts that pinned Texas deep.
He's been very consistent. What a great find. What a best high school kicker in the country a year ago, and he certainly is living to his ability.
Yeah, I mean, I've never seen a freshman with this much composure and this much consistency.
Yeah,
he consistently kicks it 45, 50 yards, and then he's putting it out on the inside the 10.
Yeah, no, he's been a great find for him, great find.
So Oz Safe Rooms Defensive Player of the Week is a special teams player in Austin Siebert, but that doesn't lessen the value of Oz Safe Room for your family. Call Oz Safe Rooms today or go to ozsaferooms.com for up to $3,000 off of a safe room for your family. Let's talk a little bit about Kansas State's offense. You said you didn't know how good it is. Their quarterback, Josh Hebner, 4 touchdowns on the ground against TCU.
I know. Yeah, you got to, it's amazing. OU's played really well up in Manhattan.
They're undefeated since 1996.
I know. Isn't that
they
something?
Haven't lost since 1996. And you go up there and you think, wow, and and Kansas State comes down here and wins the last 2 times.
I know.
So the home team
last
has
year,
lost
Michael
4 in a row.
Honeycutt lost that game last year.
They missed extra point and the missed field goal.
Yeah.
Somehow I don't think that's going to happen this week.
No, yeah, what they do, the quarterback comes up there, looks like he's going to run, and then throws the ball. It's a really quirky offense that they have.
And that's the thing about it. I asked Bob at the press conference, how do you stop that? He goes, well, it's really tough. He said, because you got to read all the keys. You got to read the backs coming through. Now, last year, the big play to start the second half was the tight end. And the safeties went to sleep. The tight end goes for 80 yards, and all of a sudden it's a tight game.
Well,
you had control up to that point.
And I tell you what, you might see some of the freshman safeties, Houghton and Will Sutherland this week, because I don't think they're real happy with Atari Bird or Ahmed Thomas.
Well, they'll play well against one team and they'll get lost against another.
Yeah.
And this is not a team you can get lost.
No,
You've got to be able to track their backs out of the backfield, the tight ends.
That's why I don't know if I want a true freshman playing in there either.
See, that's the thing about it. They may be talented, but they are not experienced.
Yeah.
They might get lost.
Yeah. So, you gotta. It's a quirky thing that Snyder does.
Snyder knows it better than anybody. He's a great
right.
offensive mind.
You're right.
And he knows when to call them and how to keep people off balance. And Hebner's a second-team quarterback. They lost him for a while. And the third team
they had a wide receiver playing quarterback against Oklahoma State.
Yeah, and almost set a record for offense. So they know what they're doing offensively. They have an identity.
No, yeah, they definitely have an identity. They really do. And so you gotta, what I think was sad down in the Cotton Bowl is that Oklahoma goes into a rivalry game, and I think these players I don't know if they consider Texas an enemy or anything. I really don't know if these players consider a rivalry game. I don't understand it. And Bob, you can see Bob was really frustrated.
Well,
his press conference Monday.
Because leading up to it, they were giving him every indication they were fired up and ready. Okay, but then when the ball got kicked off, obviously they weren't ready.
No.
They weren't fired up like Texas.
No.
And when one team has got the motivation.
Well, you get ahead 14-0. That did it. If OU was ahead 14-0, they because Texas quits.
Yeah, that's what we talked about. If OU gets up, Texas will quit. The best thing that OU could have done was to get them the lead.
You get the Texas lead, and then Ross fumbles the ensuing kickoff. Boom! All of a sudden you're down 14-0.
One of the things I want to bring up real quick, and we don't have a whole lot of time in this segment, but it reminded me. OU went down and had some first downs in first possession. The second possession, they go from their own 30, something like that, up to the 40 of Texas. And then they try a a reverse halfback pass. To me, that was way too early to do that. They were having good offensive,
moving the ball.
Moving the ball. I mean, if they would have continued like that and tied it up, it'd have been a whole different deal. Didn't happen, and now you see what happens. They got to go to Kansas State and pull off a better game plan offensively and defensively.
Yeah, you gotta go in again. I will say, if you just give up 24 points any Big 12 game, you win.
Well, you
win.
You should.
I mean, you win.
Yeah, you should. That's the thing about it right now. If with OU giving up as many points as they've,
Oklahoma State gave up 26 to Texas. I hear everybody saying how great the defense is, right?
Yeah, it's OSU's. Yeah.
Yeah.
But OU's defense is not the big problem right now. OU's offense.
The defense is one of the best in the conference.
And they're gonna get tested this week, and OU's offense will too. And we'll be back right after this.
Why have people trusted Sam's Optical for over 30 years for their eyeglass needs?
I think I'm the new kid on the block with Sam's. As a matter of fact, when I came here, I wasn't coming here to buy glasses. I was coming here to get some information to where the doctor's office was next door, and just the ambiance and the atmosphere. After they gave me the information I needed, I went to my eye doctor. Then I came back in and felt like I was at home.
Sam's Optical for over 30 years, bringing you the best prices and service at any of Sam's locations.
Hi, it's Sam at Louie's Grill and Bar, where we are famous for delicious burgers, like our new Deep South Burger, featuring sliced ham, smoky barbecue sauce, and fried green tomatoes. At Louie's, we're in your neighborhood.
I'm Rick Keith for Dents on Demand. Do you have hail damage to your vehicle? Then you need to call Dents on Demand. They're 100% guaranteed satisfaction on hail repair. It's no hassle. They'll help you get a rental car. There's no deductible. They'll refund that to you. All that and more is available if you call Dents on Demand for your hail repair. Dents on Demand, guaranteed satisfaction with hail repair. Give them a call at 886-1764.
Knippelmeyer Chevrolet.
Knippelmeyer Chevrolet.
Knippelmeyer Chevrolet.
Come on down and join our family, and we'll shake on it.
Knippelmeyer Chevrolet.
Oh, get a good lot. Please. Spin back, baby.
To improve your game, you can bag your golf ball or get a plan of attack from Golf Tech with regular lessons from your personal coach, TechFit club fitting, mobile lessons, and more. Get started with a swing evaluation, now on sale for only $95.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Jeremiah with Jeremiah's Car Star, and when you come to do business at CarStar, you're going to get me, and I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to oversee your car personally myself. I've been repairing cars for over 14 years now, and there's not a situation I haven't come across yet that I haven't been able to take care of a customer's vehicle. If your car's had hail damage or been in an accident, bring your car to Jeremiah's Car Star and relax. We'll take it from here.
CarStar, relax. We'll take it from here.
And welcome back to the final segment of the OU football preview show. Rick Heath, Al Eschbach from Sooner Legends Inn and Suites. We're in the bar area. Great place to come in, have fun. They got trivia, they got pool tables, they got karaoke, they got all the big screens you want to watch any sporting event. And next door, they've got great food that you can actually eat over here if you want to. But, and of course, all the legendary suites that are named after the OU greats here at Sooner Legends Inn and Suites. Doug Keenan and his staff do a great job of taking care of you. I want to thank some wonderful sponsors also of the OU football preview show. The Trails Golf Club in Norman. Trails Golf Club, a manicured championship golf course. It's in great shape for the fall, but if you're looking for a place to play in 2016, give Kathy Hess a call, 364-3790. They have membership specials, family and singles, all available. Also, CarStar Car Repair on 122nd and North Broadway Extension. Jeremiah will take care of you and your car like he did mine. It's a great place to go. They'll take care of all your dings, your dents, and buff it out where it looks beautiful. And that's a CarStar. And Tickets Unlimited. For OU football tickets, go to Tickets Unlimited, 364-7500, or go to oklahomatickets.com. I want to talk a little bit more about the rest of the Big 12. Last week, OSU goes to West Virginia and pulls out a victory.
Great win. Great win for Oklahoma State. going over there into West Virginia, making Gundy, goes on 4th down overtime, and if they don't score, they're going to lose the game. But they score using Walsh is a great deal. So they're another team. Their offensive line ain't very good.
I was going to ask you. We saw a little bit of the Wildcat. We saw a Steeler game this week where they went Wildcat and scored last. Is OU thinking about Wildcat? They had it a little bit earlier this year.
They did with Mixon, and we haven't seen it since.
That might be a running attack that they could try.
Try it. Use it because what they're doing now ain't working.
Yeah, if what you're doing ain't working, you got to try something else, and I hope they do that this week. Baylor took pity on Kansas, only scored in the 60s.
They may be the best team in the country.
Yeah, I mean, offensively, there is no doubt.
Yeah.
And their defense is, I think, a little underrated.
Yeah.
Of course, we don't know yet.
We haven't played anybody, right? But they're good.
Yeah, I mean, their offense. I mean, when you look at how an offense should run and function, I mean, you can't do much better than what they
that's
do.
what you tell people. You're gonna have to score in the 40s to have a chance against them.
Yes.
A chance.
Because they're going to score in the 40s.
They're going to score in the 40s. Yeah.
They'll score in the 40s in the first half if you don't watch it.
Yeah.
They were up big time against Kansas. Of course, Kansas is not very good. Also, Tech just demolished Iowa State. Paul Rhodes has got to be gone.
Oh, yeah. I think he's going to be gone.
Head coach at Iowa State, I mean, they're just getting embarrassed.
Tech, if they had that lead over TCU, I mean, TCU's won 2 games. It's winning the close games. That's who's going to win the championship.
And OU wasn't able to do that against Texas. Of course, it wasn't a close game, but that's the one they needed to win. But they'll find out if they can win a game at Kansas State, because you and I both agree, I think, that this is a must-win.
Pivotal. Absolutely, it is a must-win.
If OU doesn't win, if they don't win, then they might lose 3 of the next 4.
Yeah. Or they could even lose 4 of 4.
Well, I mean, they're going to beat Kansas.
They're going to beat Iowa State. Okay. But then you got Tech and then
TCU and Baylor.
Yeah.
And Oklahoma State at Oklahoma State in the year. Those are pivotal. If this one goes down, it could be bad.
It is big.
Let's switch it around and say they win, and then they start getting some momentum. Then they have a chance to get that offense and get an identity.
Right, yeah.
And get things turned around.
And then win 2 out of 3 in November.
Yes, and then be able to do that. Then they're back in the
Yeah.
You don't want to look at it all solely negative, but right now, this game is the season.
Yeah, I totally agree because – they could go south if they don't win.
It could go south real easy. It did last year. That's Bob Stoops' worst nightmare right there.
Yeah, you're right. I think that's why he was so mad, because Texas game that you're looking at, that's a win. You got to win that game.
Well, for many, many reasons. For momentum, for pride,
rivalry,
for
everything. Yeah, a lot of reasons.
That, and momentum especially. The other game that's a Big 12 interest. West Virginia at Baylor. West Virginia's played Baylor about as well as anybody.
Yeah, good luck with them. They did it in West Virginia. Let's see in Waco. They're going to get driven.
I think it's big.
They'll get driven.
Hey, I got predictions for you. I got Kansas State winning 42-28.
I'm going to go OU 31-28.
There you go. I like that better than mine, but unfortunately, I got no confidence yet. Hey, catch us on YouTube and Facebook at OU Football Preview Show, or give us a tweet at JoeFan at Rick Heath 10. Tweet us at Rick Allen I at JoeFan Rick Heath 10. That's going to do it. We'll see you next time on the OU Football Preview Show.